What is Arsenal? Arsenal is an FPS game. It is pretty much every gun game and any other gun-related games. You level up by killing people. It only requires one kill to move on to the next weapon. You also lose a level if you got knifed by the enemy. Knife 1 hits from behind, and it requires 3 hits from the front if your enemy or you yourself has full health. Arsenal has a huge variety of weapons, and of course, last but not least, it is filled with an amount of toxic kids. It's Roblox. What do you expect? Am I right? Yeah. And here we are. We have, of course, the settings of the game. It is on the bottom left corner with this cog. It's the settings of the game. First, you get display, general. There is VO subtitles. You can actually, yeah, show subtitles of spoken audio. You could actually just read through all of these on the question marks on the right side. Minimize view models, blah blah blah. Chat. Yep. Change FOV. Okay, this is quite important if you ask me. FOV, of course, you guys know is field of view. Yes, field of view meaning that how far you can see. So this is, I think this FOV is on 100. My settings is default on, I mean, I changed it to 100 so I can see a wider range, but that also affects my aiming speed. My aiming speed has gradually, I would say, accelerated or maybe decreased. I'm not sure, but yeah, 100 is just my own preferences. You don't have to follow it. But I just love it because you have a wider vision. Who doesn't love a wider vision, alright? Okay, so this is how it looks like if it was 70. You don't get to see that much. And your crosshair has, your aiming speed has increased very, very largely. This is a huge disadvantage to people who like playing um, games similar to CSGO, Valorant, because of course we like having low sensitivities for the sake of accuracy, and we can't really see much. Our field of view right now is very, very limited. So yeah, not a big fan of 70. It's way too close. This is one of the most important ones. And now we go to crosshair. Of course, crosshair is kind of sad how you aren't able to change the shape of it. It's always just these lines and a dot in the middle. But what you could change is the color. I myself prefer red as to match up with my CSGO Valorant settings. You can change it to whatever color you'd like. I've seen some Google searches that I think green is the best. Is good. It's easy on the eyes compared to red, which is not so good for the eyes, and blue. Any other color, I mean, I suppose it's okay. Like I love having purple, but sometimes the terrain really messes up. So I remember playing with black a lot, and I decided to stop doing that because look, I can't see my crosshair. Like, it's so difficult to see my crosshair on dark surfaces. It's pretty much wow. Like, where's my crosshair? You're literally just playing with no crosshair at this point. Yeah, please don't go to white. White is also one of the worst because you know there's still the sky, etc. Yeah, here's a demonstration of white. It's just white. Who plays on this? There's too many things that are white. Yeah, very, very, very not good. Please don't do this. Please, for the sake of your teammates. So yeah, that's display. There's more stuff here. Display names, mask. That's usually for streamings and stuff. Yeah. Kill effects. These things are, yeah, literally you could just read it with a question mark. I prefer keeping all these off to prevent lag, and sometimes kill effects could actually block your vision. So no, thank you. Announcers, blah blah blah, megaphones, mute copyrighted. I should turn this on. I stream. Yeah, copyrighted music, megaphones. Actually, no. Why is it on? Okay, not yet. That should work. Blah blah blah. Input. This is mainly for the PlayStation players. which I'm not. Auto reload. Some PC players actually use this because I don't know, it feels okay, I suppose. Definitely not vibration. I don't know. I'm not a PlayStation player. So yeah, that's pretty much the settings for now. Not much. A bit more on the graphics and display for your FOV and crosshair. The rest are okay. You can just leave it be. Okay, we will be talking about head level. Head level is basically, as it says, head level is the level of the player's head. Roblox, all of Roblox characters have the same head level. We all look the
Yes, they
same
all
in
have the
Arsenal.
same head.
And yes, we don't have the same head size maybe. But yes, the level is always same. Like here we have Jasper. Hello. Yeah, he's just having a seizure. We will have Jasper walk beside one of these dummies. Go walk beside. Yeah, stand on. Yeah, it's the exact same. The head level doesn't change, so it doesn't. You don't have to adjust way too much for this because the head level is always the same. At a certain distance, I must make that clear. Head level actually changes with the distance between you and the enemy. The closer you are, the higher the head level is, or I should say, the head level is just exactly where it is. But if it goes way further, you have to put your crosshair slightly down a little because I'm not sure why. This is just game physics. It works and it works. Don't complain. This actually takes a while to master. It takes a really long time because head level you can't always adjust to head level in every single situation, and he just died. And yeah, you just have to figure out how tall a person is if he's just standing still. It's always the same place. Like it's just developing muscle memory. It's always the same place. I just looking having a seizure. So here's an example of head level. If I were to keep my okay, how about some that's not there's no targets, they're at the same level. Uh I'll just give a demonstration of head level. It will always be here. No matter how I walk, I'm just gonna go right and go left. It's still gonna be right on his head on this first dummy here. So if I walk right to the second one, I have to lower down my crosshair a bit because of distance. And if I go more right, I have to lower it down, go more right, lower it, lower it. At some point, you just keep your crosshair at one place and it'll just hit. Because the distance is so large, the gap isn't that wide. So yeah, there's a lot of well, new players have this habit of looking at the ground. I really don't know why. I really have to ask you guys, why do you keep looking at the ground? Is it beautiful? And then when they see
I
someone, they just they just slowly turn the crosshair up and just try to shoot. They just keep looking downwards. Please don't do this. This is the worst mistake ever happened in any kind of game. Please don't bring this into Valorant. Don't bring this into CS:GO. We will flame you, or at least teach you how it works. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and also, this head level thing can be easily affected by people that are crouching, yeah, or jumping. More on that later. Okay, after head level, we have wall peeking. I'm not sure what's the correct term for it, but I'm gonna just call it wall peeking because I don't care. So wall peeking in a nutshell is just every single edge of the wall. Instead of putting a crosshair in front, like just right in I don't know where, some sort of void, some shiny thing catching your attention, and you just walk and you just slowly turn right as if you're an AI or a robot just looking for something that you're told to get. No, don't do that. You keep your crosshair on the edge of the wall, and as you walk, you spin your crosshair. You can hear some drinking noises. Don't mind that. You just keep the crosshair on the edge of the wall. Maybe leave a bit of a gap between your crosshair and the wall so you can have some reactions. You have some gap for your reaction speed. No one can react that fast except for I don't know Kenny. Yes. So as you move, you just press A, you hold A, and your mouse goes right. And if you're doing the opposite direction, you go D and your mouse goes left. This is to shorten the amount of time for you to adapt to someone if there's someone there. It gives you a huge advantage. Here for an example, here we have a wall, typical wall. As if we were to just go front, turn left, yeah, that gives him so much time. Look at it. He's like dancing. That's not what we want. What we want is we turn, hold D, and the mouse goes left, and we see him. There, right on the head. Okay, this maneuver must be carried out with the same principles of head level. So it gives you a really huge advantage for you, and a huge disadvantage for the enemy because they don't know where you are, and they will not expect you to come out there, or they're doing the same mistake as I told you not to do. They just walk through and slowly spin across there. That's just so stupid. Please don't do that. So yeah, there's also another way. It's not actually another way. It's a much more complicated way of wall peeking. It's basically the same thing, but if you actually see someone, you don't shoot them, or maybe you do shoot and then you miss like that. You miss. So instead of just going back out, just going wide, like way out there, that's like freaking, I don't know, 2 kilometers. Please don't do that. Well, I mean, of course you could, to some people that don't know how to counter this. But if they do, you have to do something called counter strafing, meaning, well, this technically only works in CSGO and Valorant, but it sometimes works in Arsenal too. So counter strafing on the edge of the wall goes like this. You just tap D A D A D A D A D A D A. This is called peeking. So you have to confirm where your enemy is without them being able to react and shoot you. Why is he running? What? Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, this counter strafing.
You're wizard, Harry.
Just DA, right left, right left, right left, right left. And sometimes you can also add another shot in between. Just like so. Works quite well. It's the same thing as the other side. You just AD, 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 AD. Really simple. So yeah, you can get a really easy kill by doing this. See, climbing. And it's a surprise attack for those who don't check walls. Like, people just walk out. Oh, there's someone here. But yeah, if you were using the way, you just do this and you can immediately see his feet right here. Instead of just whoop. So yeah, that's it. That's it for now. That's for the head level. That's for the wall peeking. After wall peeking, now we'll be talking about crouching. Crouching, well, you just hold control on the bottom left of the keyboard or wherever the hell it is, and you crouch. Yeah. You just crouch. Now, what's so special about crouching is it gives a disadvantage to people who use head level. As you know, head level will always stay at this level. So if you crouch, just keep crouching. What are you doing? Keep crouching. There. Head level is completely disrupted. You can no longer aim at his head. You have to aim down. But in his defense, frick you. People who are crouching actually has, as you think, this might be like, I don't know, two-sided, because yeah, you just aim down. What's the big deal with that? The big deal is the crouching person actually has a huge advantage. Here, Jasper, stand up, stand still. Yeah. So if for someone is crouching, if you are crouching, it's a really good way to keep your crosshair at their head level while crouching. So when they see you, they literally have no idea where you are, and they take time to readjust their aim while yours is completely on their head. You have such a huge advantage. Your crosshair is always on their head, while they have to, adjust the crosshair down. But of course, this only works for people who use head level. If they don't, they're just like those people who just stare at the ground for, I don't know, 5 hours for the whole game and just calling people sweat. Yeah, you're gonna be a huge disadvantage as they're already aiming down. Except if they're aiming like right on their feet. Yeah, that's just called dumb. Yeah, crouching, it's very situational. You don't always have to use it. I recommend using it in automatic because The spray patterns are so random. You can just crouch and then someone dies, and they have no idea what the hell happened. But yeah, head level plus crouching, very, 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 very neat. Very neat indeed. Right, that's crouching for now. After crouching, obviously, is jumping. Yeah, look at him, just jumping into the sea. It's perfect. Now, what's so special about jumping is it is a huge disadvantage to people who don't crouch, meaning you just stand still, and also a bigger disadvantage to people who crouch. Like this is one of the main enemies of people who crouch, is via jumping. Now, how, you might ask? Now, people who are non-crouching, like here, could still damage your body since you're not hacking and jumping 2 stories tall. They're still able to hit your body. Here, if I jump, you aim at my head, okay? And jump when I shoot. Wait, no, shoot when I jump. Yeah. Wait, no, I have like freaking 20 health. What are you doing?
Sorry.
Okay, aim at my head and jump and shoot when I jump. Damn it. Yeah, it only hits my body instead of my head. That's why it's not that big of an advantage for people who jump a lot, because people who use head level are still gonna hit their bodies. But then for people who crouch, yeah, this is pain.
Epic.
Yeah, somehow. Here, crouch. So, wait, you should jump. You should jump. Okay. And jump from side to side. So, if I were a person who crouches, and I'm keeping it at head level, like what I just said, and people are jumping, like look at it, they're just jumping across the crosshair, even though there's still a tiny bit of it on the legs, but it's really hard to adjust. I've actually done this myself. It's really difficult to adjust to people who are jumping down and I'm still crouching. I mean, of course, I have the reaction time. Many people don't. So yeah, it's jumping. Very situational. Actually, the whole game, Arsenal, might be like a freaking jumping simulator. A lot of people love jumping because, you know, taking less damage is always better than taking more, am I right? Like, who the hell? But yeah, that's jumping for now. Very... Oh, I also forgot to say, while jumping, you have to station your crosshair a tiny bit lower. It goes the same for crouching crosshairs. You have to aim it up, but when you're jumping, you have to aim it down. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And for people who are crouching and you're jumping, all you have to do is just aim all the way down, like a freaking, I don't know, person who's a freaking level 2 at the game, and they just look at the ground. Yeah, it's really effective. So that's jumping for now. Ah, here we are in Sandtown. Very hot place. As you can see, someone is already drinking a Bloxy Cola. And I am holding coffee. Oh wait, where is it? Coffee. Why am I walking like this?
Coffee's so hot.
I'm having a cup of coffee.
True.
So hot,
Yeah, I'm not supposed to do that. My bad. I'm supposed to die right now. Okay, so
you want my Bloxy Cola?
oh, would be nice.
Yes.
Okay. We continue. Why are we in Sandtown, you might ask? Well, now is mainly about
Yeah, they have Corona.
yeah, we're social distancing people. It's still COVID. Social distance. Yeah, that's right. 6 feet. 6 feet apart. 1 meter.
This feels like a standoff.
It does. The prismas. Okay, map familiarity. That's why we're here. We have to understand maps. For new players, you have to understand maps. What does it mean by understanding maps? Simple. By memorizing the spawns. I might be pointing at a couple spawns, and I'm leaving that for the next video, if possible. So why is memorizing spawns so important? Maybe some of you smart people, geniuses, already figured out why. Now for the average people, it's so that you, well, of course, knowing your enemy is one of the most vital part of the game. Because if you don't know your enemy, like, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to locate them. You're supposed to hunt them. You're supposed to kill them. Shoot them in the head. Jumping or crouching. Head level. So yeah, memorizing the enemy spawns can give you a huge advantage as you already know where they are and where they might go. As to where they might go, that's prediction, which will be in another video, hopefully. Prediction is really difficult. It takes a while to explain. Hopefully I have enough time. I think I do. I have plenty of time. So yeah, back to map familiarity. It takes a really long while to master. And not only map familiarity is for you to memorize enemy spawns, it's also for you to do a couple tricks like this. To know the map. Yeah, to truly know the map. Know every single little trick to it. It gives you the advantage. Now this is one of it. That's the coffee. That's one of it. Here's another one. There's actually a few more, I think. It's not supposed to happen, my bad. Yeah, there's actually a few more. I think you guys could have seen this in like, I don't know, Tanker, maybe. I don't watch his videos, but yeah. That's one way to do it. So map familiarity, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Just keep randomly saying crap. Okay.